Hello everyone! It is Timberwolf back at it again, and today we are going to showcase the new update that actually works for MW5. So just to clarify, this is the Realism audio update. So there's some new sounds, but basically the major thing is the audio mixing. Just the sounds will sound great, but audio as a whole will sound a lot more chaotic. No more of ducking in, ducking out, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it will be there. It's just far more finely tuned than ever before. So I will just give you a disclaimer, guys. It's going to be a loud mod, a pretty intense one. So if you're trying to sleep, don't use it.
Target acquired.
To save gigabytes, so
Enemy vehicles inbound.
changing and affecting the audio is the reason why it just adds so many like extra size to the file on Nexus mods. So I've removed the audio effects thus far, and we'll probably put it in a different mod.
Enemy destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Alright guys, well I'm going to turn my mic off. Just enjoy and listen.
Target destroyed.
Down. Targets destroyed.
Target acquired. Destroyed. Target destroyed. Incoming. Target trebuchet. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Destroyed. In there, Commander. Rocket to pick it up. Tango down. Ready to start pickup operation. Good work, Commander. It seems that you may have very well prevented a full-scale war. It's rare that we can feel good about this job, but I think today is one of those exceptions. That bounty is ours. Fahad will break open again when you get back to the ship safely.
Target destroyed. Target blackjack. Target acquired.
Here with that headshot.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
My kill.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. New target quick draw.
Alright guys, so let's go on to instant action now. Alright, just gotta save the mission, so well, I'll just jump to a new location for now. All right, so I kind of redid the SRM sounds. This just the single fire SRMs. Oops. I noticed that when going through all the sounds, SRMs just the single fire ones just they sounded like the stream missiles. I mean, well, they pretty much were the same sound, just stream missiles had more missile firing sounds to replicate the mechanism. So I'm just like, well, you're going to be firing 2, maybe 4, maybe 6 missiles at the same time. There's pretty much no point of you using the same sound. This was pretty much just me thinking to myself, why am I using the same sound once for multiple missiles? It has no punch. So I remade it where there's a bit of a firing delay because some mechs have, like the Atlas, have a missile firing door where it opens a bit. There's not really much of a delay, but kind of adds a bit more immersion to it. But yeah, anyway, enough talking. I'll end the lasers. So basically I've reduced the beam duration so you can hear the click and a bit of a beam duration, but I cut the the humming sound from the lasers into the flyby. So it's a bit difficult to hear the flyby from your mech, but say if your teammates or an enemy is close to you and they shoot past you or something like that, you'll hear the laser hum sounds as before and the activation. This just kind of works better for all the other lasers where, yeah, you'll see. It's just far better in terms of just cleanliness of the sound. So the champion's going to be a good showcase of which sounds have changed and what I've worked on. We're just going to go on full on missile spam for chaos reasons. So I want you guys to be fully immersed in all the audio mixing and changes. Yeah. So 2 champions, 2 archers. Good mix up. Let's go. And I'm going to turn my mic off so you guys can listen.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. New target Warhammer. Target acquired.
Next spotted.
Victor.
Our employee reports airstrike support is inbound on your position. You should be able to call it in shortly.
Target acquired. Critical.
Alright guys, I gotta say I'm pretty proud of how everything's going so far. Now, before I release this mod, a few things that I just noticed. PPC flybys, they're too quiet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the PPC sound, try and find the screech in there, kind of stretch it out, and it's gonna be screeching when it flies right past you. I'm gonna add a bit of electricity as well, so a nice zing to it. It's gonna have that good. It's gonna go good. Now, as I talked about the lasers, so you could hear the activation when you fire it and the little hum, and it stops. And if you pay attention to that Battle Master that was firing all its medium lasers at me, you could hear the hum as it was pretty much firing at me. So that is the laser beam sound that I'm talking about, which was transferred to the laser flyby sound. The effect is exactly what I wanted. It's obviously a good balance of laser weapon firing sounds and the flybys and all that. So another thing that I want to touch upon is, if I remember, mech explosions. So component explosions are a bit quiet compared to, say, impacts and all that. Nobody really talks about the mech explosions per se. I find them pretty satisfying to hear parts of your mech just blowing up and stuff like that, especially when the UI in the game isn't really indicative of when you actually lose something. It's not until you really just aren't firing anything or you're overheating a bit faster that you know that you actually lost parts. So I'm gonna just bump up the mech explosion effects a few decibels, and I'm going to give you guys a PPC flyby sound. I hope you guys found that this version was a great upgrade over the previous version. I hope you like those SRM sounds. I think they sound great. I think they sound aggressive, and that's kind of what I want to hear. But yeah, before I release this mod, I will do those fixes as I have just stated that I'll do right after this video. And you'll get a better version of what I just showed you. Enjoy, guys, when this comes out on Nexus Mods. So a few of you wanted an alternative download point. This probably won't be necessary now because I've cut out the vocals, all the effects to the vocals that I made. I'll probably make that an add-on because for some reason the vocals in this game take up gigabytes and gigabytes of storage, and no matter how much you compress it, it doesn't really change much. But I always try to keep the compression quality the best it can. So therefore, guys, that's why you find that my modding, like my sound mods and all that, take up quite a bit of data, especially once they get bigger. It's because I do the best compression methods possible, so they're as lossless as possible, so you guys get the best edition of the mod possible. I'm pretty happy with how this sounded. As always, there will be updates and more sounds added to various things. I've turned up weather effects as well, tank and vehicle sound effects, so turrets moving sounds will be heard, the tank treads will be heard, helicopter blades will be heard, everything. So yeah, overall, it's not all the sounds have been touched and replaced. Well, actually, let me... No. Let me think. All the sounds have been touched. So they have been modified to be made a bit more pleasurable to the ear and actually hearable. So weather effects, you couldn't really hear them in the game. I've turned them up a bit. They still might be a bit quiet due to all the chaos and all that. Now, some of you might say, oh yeah, the sound mixing is actually really good now, but when I fire something such as a laser and I'm firing an AC-20, I can't really hear the laser. That's kind of intentional, so the ducking is fixed and all that. But guys, realize that I've also adjusted all the weapons volumes. So if you think you got a giant cannon and a small laser, obviously think about which one's going to be loud and drowning out the other sound. So yeah, so all the sounds will play, okay? No more sound cutting off or anything like that. If there is, it's probably a bug, but I've made it so all sounds, including reload sounds, footsteps, all that. Music I haven't touched, so if that ducks out, then too bad. But you know what? Music isn't the focus of this part. When I do a music add-on, if I do, honestly, music modding is such a pain in the ass. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough talking from me, guys. I just hope that this update gets you pumped. And I hope you enjoy the changes and the decisions that I've made for this mod thus far. Now, that's enough talking from me. I want to fix what the hell I just wanted to fix up and get this mod out to you guys as soon as possible. This is Tim Wolf, and I'm out.